Good morning, everybody. Today I'm out near Bellingham and I'm going to be doing a hike off of Chuckanut Drive, and it's called Oyster Dome, and it's a very popular hike. I'm happy to be here on a midweek day and starting early, and so it's not too crowded. The trail starts with three pretty good sized switchbacks, gets you up in elevation and gets you away from the road. Well, I've come in just over a mile and I'm taking a little break to catch my breath. Still on the switchback section. I'm hearing some nice birds. There are a lot of trumpeter swans in the area over winter, and I heard some of them fly by. I've heard a raven, northern flicker, Pacific wren, quite a few robins. I'm not really able to see all of them, but it's fun if you know what their calls are like. Then you at least can identify them by their calls. Here's the first little viewpoint looking west, and you can see the San Juan Islands, and you can see a couple ships out there. I'm gonna guess they're oil tankers. There's a couple of refineries near here. Cloud layer is pretty thick, but I'm hoping it lifts and I can get a good view at the next viewpoint. So I looked it up, and this part of Washington in the late 1800s and early 1900s was really busy with logging and oyster fishing. Now they do oyster farming. The Taylor Shellfish Farms is a big oyster producer here. But they logged the area quite a bit, so I'm thinking most of these trees, they're going to be around 100 to 120 years old. Okay, I've reached a trail junction where if I headed off to the right there, I could go see the Samish overlook, and that's the Samish Flats and the Samish River. But I'm going to continue straight ahead up over to Oyster Dome. So far, the trail's in really good shape. It's not very muddy. And there have been a few blowdowns, but they've all been cleared. So there's no climbing over any trees or anything like that. Yeah, you can see how some of these trees, the wind comes up off the water, knocks them over. Well, it's a little damp and cold as we're getting a little bit higher here and getting much closer to the viewpoint at the Oyster Dome. This last little section here is a bit of a little bit of zigzag and push, and then we'll come out from the trees and have a view maybe of the fog and maybe of the sound. Okay, I've made it up here to Oyster Dome. It's a pretty exposed rock, and there's a big drop off on the side there, so I'm staying back from the edge. but it's a great place to get a viewpoint out over Puget Sound, and I can see Anacortes and the San Juan Islands. And the weather's unsettled today, so we're getting some clouds rolling in from the southeast a little bit. So I'm hoping it doesn't rain, but I do have my rain jacket just in case. Okay guys, well the clouds rolled in and I had to bundle up for the way down. In the wet forest here, it just is really damp and cold, and so I'm really happy I at least got some viewpoint before all the views went away. And I'm not sure if it's just the elevation, if it's clear a little bit lower, or if it might even start raining. But it's really pretty, and I'm just gonna be able to go down a little bit faster than I took going up. I'm back to the first lookout area. You can kind of see how the clouds are moving. Okay, I'm coming down this last switchback section, and I can hear the road noise now, and so it won't be long till I'm back down to the trailhead and getting a little bit of a breeze, a little bit of sunshine. It's really been a pretty hike. Okay, well I'm back at the trailhead, and this is on Chuckanut Road. There's no parking lot here, you just park right on the shoulder. Turned out to be a 7-mile hike. This trail is great year-round. If you're in the area, give it a try. Thanks so much for joining me, and have a great week.